You're through to the semi-final here at the Major after beating Spirit 2-1 in a thrilling series yesterday. Can you put some words on that match last night?
I think everybody who watched it saw it was a battle of two titans, right? A lot of revenge from us coming from Katowice. Devastating loss. They played live games. I think they played simply incredible in Katowice, and I think they had a really high level yesterday as well. I think we matched that level, and that's why it was back and forth, crazy vetoes. I think the game had everything you wanted it to be in a quarterfinal of a major, and in my book, probably one of the best quarterfinals we ever had in a major.
You said the crazy veto. I need to hear your thoughts on that veto. Letting Vertigo go instead of Overpass. Vertigo, a map you haven't played once in the last 4 months.
Yeah, obviously I'm not gonna stay here and say how much we played Vertigo or if we have played. It's up to people to figure out, right? If you watch the game, I think you see we had something prepared, right? Question: how deep do we go? I think we tried to make the veto uncomfortable. Obviously, I was surprised that it didn't go for Ancient because I think it's the second best map. It just showcased they wanted to call the bluff, and in the end, it got really close, right? But I think we had chances to close out the Vertigo earlier in 2 1-on-1s at 12-7 or something like that. So, in the end, risk paid off, right? Never known how to go on Ancient, but for sure, an Ancient Dunk would have had more impact. He's an incredible player on Ancient. On Vertigo, I think he's struggling a little bit more, and I think that's why we had an easier chance to play Vertigo.
So you think they walked into your trap or what?
I mean, now it paid off, right? So in theory, it was a trap. You never know how Vito's going to go down. Left in Vertigo and Ancient, right? There's their chance to take it. It's not like we chose it, right? I know we have a good Ancient. I know they have a good Ancient. So in the end, when they chose Vertigo, I was like, they respect our Ancient. So let's bring it out on Vertigo, right? So yeah, you never know if it works out, right? Maybe people would have called us stupid if we would have lost in overtime, but now it looks brilliant, right? That's a part of the game. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it looks bad, but we did a collectively decision on how the veto should go, and everybody went in with full trust.
How does it feel to get this form of retaliation against Dunk and company?
I feel super good to win the game that way, right? I think Dunk still played really good. Obviously not the level from the Katowice final. I think nobody's going to really touch that Katowice tournament he had. I think it's impossible to replicate that. But the way we worked as a team, I think I said into before the game, if we play like FaZe Clan, I think we can beat every team in the world. And it was a classic FaZe game, right? Really outplaying them on Mirage, in my opinion. We lose both pistols, somehow win 13-7 in a way. Back and forth on Nuke, losing in overtime, coming back in overtime, and then throwing a lead on Vertigo. So I think retaliation and mentality is what we're known for, and I think Spirit tasted it in the quarterfinal here.
Do you think Spirit felt the pressure got to them yesterday?
I don't know if the pressure got to them. I think it's us playing better. I think Katowice we didn't show up. I think Katowice that they felt no pressure at all, right? I think maybe they thought about it's a major. I saw the interviews. They said they don't think about winning the tournament. But if you're a Spirit coming into the major, you think this is your chance to win a major. When you're in your life form, you're coming off the biggest win of your careers. You have to win majors in your peak form. You're not going to get many opportunities, right? So this is one of the majors where you're going to look back and like, this is the one Spirit should have won. But in the end, we showcased strong mentality. And like I said, we played great yesterday, and they played great as well. And just a game just to enjoy. I think there's not much to say about it. Go back and watch it and open a popcorn to rewatch it.
It seems like there's a group stage phase and then there's a playoff phase. Can you talk to me a bit about this mental aspect of you and FaZe?
I think it depends on where we are in the group stage. I think if you watch the complexity of the team, the complexity of the game, we were there. Like Imperial, we were there for 2 maps and gone for 1 map. So yeah, there is a FaZe Clan where backs against the wall. We can get out on group stage, but when we get to playoff, I don't need to motivate the guys. I don't need to shout too much. I don't need to hype up the guys. The guys are hyped, right? So it's very hard to replicate, and it's a skill to have. I think every top team in every sport knows when to peak in a tournament, but it is dangerous territory, right? You'd rather go 3-0, have a little more days off, but in the end, we go through pain in the group stage. stage. We go through not being, we get humble in group stage, right? So when we come into playoff, we know have to give everything if we want to win. And I just think we have tried it so many times that we're not worried at any point.
Do you think there were some people in the community, the players, the talents, starting underestimating you after a slow start here at the major?
I don't think people underestimate us. I think even if we've done a good group stage, people still pick Spirit because of the matchup we had, right? We had no chance in Katowice, as simple as that. They wrecked us there. So I just think when Spirit looked that good and we looked that shaky, for me, it's a perfect storm. When you start underestimating a team that has done 5 finals in a row on LAN in CS2, the only thing we've done been in finals, it's very dangerous because we know in this game we were underdogs. I could call freely. It's not often I can do that. I could do freely veto. Like everything goes in my way, and to be honest, in my career I don't have many underdogs games in a quarterfinal. Maybe in a final we can be an underdog, but in a quarterfinal I just enjoyed the game, and when you enjoy, you start to playing and love the game even more.
Vitality awaits in the semi-final. How do you see that matchup?
I see this matchup as very hard. Same with Spirit. I think it's a team we had issues with. We beat them in Sydney in CS2, and last 2 times we didn't get a map. Lost 2-0, 2-0. But I think this confidence boost against Spirit can help us. We overcome the first demon. The next demon is Vitality, right? They're gonna feel confident coming into the game, but again, if they underestimate us, they're dangerous. But I think they know by now that we can show up, and they saw show up yesterday, and we're a little bit crazy and loco poco, and we need that as well. But in the end, I think it's a 50-50 match. Maybe slight advantage to Vitality because of the previous results. So yeah, going into the game as an underdog again, I will enjoy that.
Broky has been your standout performer so far here in Copenhagen. Can you talk to me a bit about your Latvian AWPer?
I mean, I see many of the things I saw in the Katowice 2022. Very focused, very good at communicating, playing at a high level, helping a lot in the rounds. And that's what we need. And especially when I feel like he's the only one showing a incredible level right now. I think there's way more in our team, way more potential. We see brightness of Rain yesterday. We saw Frozen playing incredible, huge round. I had some good rounds. Rob's a clutch here and there. But there's way more in this team. And Broky is keeping us the boat afloat for the whole tournament. And now it's our time to help him to win this tournament as well, right? Because he has done an incredible job this event. I'm super proud of how he has bounced back for some of the previous tournaments.
Here and then, do you have any words for the people who got their Pick Ems destroyed by you guys yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to be the 1% stupid or smart. I think I said on my YouTube, sometimes you have to go against the current just to get the diamond coin, right? So it happens, guys. Sometimes you can't get everything correct.